In the bottom right of the map here, on D-list point, it is our orange player from the Giant Bomb Squad, Anticitizen.
Up at the top left, our Terran barely keeping his eyes open while he plays. Starting off with the ZZZZ, is Viper Clan's X.
Okay, so...
You think he's asleep yet?
Yeah, no, I mean, taking a gander at the APM tab, it's not 0, so... he's probably okay. Oh, it just went down to 0. They both did. Interesting. Oh, goes back up.
They're both.
This is why you never bother to look at this during the first minute or so of the game, because it will spontaneously go down to 0 and then up to 250, like it's currently doing for Anticitizen. By the way, this is all you see on screen. That's all that's happening. So, okay.
Speaking of all you see on screen, all I see is a pool. A very early pool.
This is in fact the case. Now, I think Viper goaded him a bit with this, saying, "You never do G's." In between the two videos, and I think Anticitizen took that as an invitation to try it.
Well, I think you would know better than anybody that Viper is very clever with the goading.
Yes, he is. Unfortunately for Viper, though, this is going to be brutal because he's got no wall and he's not attempting to make one.
Lings are on the
way.
way.
Lings are just going to walk straight in, and it's going to be a micro battle. Can be held. I mean, if you're good with your workers, you can easily move them back and forth around the Lings and surround them. But we'll see if he's awake enough to do that in time. First thing that goes out the window is your reaction speed when you're really tired.
Right. And he doesn't have a wall off at the front either, the front ramp.
Nope.
This is going to be extra painful.
I think if he were to put a... you can't do it. If he were to able to seal the back of the mineral line, he could actually do some fun stuff with that, but he's not doing it. Anyway, here comes the Lynx. I'll run straight up the ramp. And here we go.
Oh.
He's pulling all of his workers to directly attack the Lynx, which is exactly what Anticitizen actually wants in this situation. Moving him back and forth between the minerals is a little bit more threatening against them. But we have one Reaper already out in the field. Is going to have to micro that really hard along with the SCVs, which is going to be pretty rough. Important thing here is that taking a few losses in SCVs actually doesn't matter, as the Zerg obviously is hanging out at 9. He's not going to change that anytime soon. Reaper's doing a decent job kiting everything, but it doesn't die. Okay, good work there. And almost got trapped there. The Lings are able to stay alive.
Low health on these Lings. Not sure how much longer this is going to last. Oh, they get it surrounded the Reaper! Oh!
Right.
Oh!
Reaper gets away, and he can get some damage off with this still. I mean, all things considered, there's still... I think it's just taking a little bit too much time here. There's going to be a second Reaper that comes out fairly soon here, and then a Hellion on top of that. And once those two units are out, he can just kill everything.
If he can just stall for the Hellion. I think this is... Yep, it's out right now.
Reaper. Really nice position on the second Reaper for the moment. Now he's running up to try and kill workers because he knows that this is kind of... Nope, he's going to try and engage, and that Hellion is going to basically clean this up. Here comes a few more Lings, though, so this is not quite done yet. Looks like one of those Reapers, yeah, Reaper did die. Both players equal in workers at the moment, so that's going to change in just a second.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Viper should have this. Just as soon as he's able to get that Hellion count pretty much to about 2 or 3. Well, 3 or 4, sorry. Because he can just go from there to walk over to the Zerg space, and there's literally no defenses, really, other than the Queen.
Right. This Hellion's super fast, too, so that's going to beat the slow Lings home. Or at least going to surprise them.
This attempt is definitely going to get cancelled. I don't think you can hold that. Well, he might be able to if the units just walk up there like that. But nope, here comes the second Hellion.
Ooh. These are going to get roasted. Cancel the natural. Drone.
Try and get that there.
Spinecrawler going down. Too little too late. These Hellions are in the mineral line.
So Zerg did go up 20 workers. Terran's still hanging out at 12. He still can afford to lose a little bit, kind of how Viper could before. So we're actually kind of in the exact opposite situation now. We just kind of needs to survive long enough for a Spinecrawler to appear.
Playing Ring Around the Rosie with these drones.
Nice work with the Queen, focusing down one Hellion. Just needs to get the second one because he does not want to lose so much sword. He's now equal in workers with his opponent. And has 10 Zerglings coming out on top of that.
Very well played by both.
So Viper's backup for this is to go into an expansion. This is a really excellent move, as long as he can actually hold it long enough. It's a little bit risky, because Anticitizen is going to be thinking, hey, he's building units to try and kill me, I'm going to build defenses now. But if he can pick up on the fact, just from the number of units wandering in, that he's not spending all of his money on units, that would pretty much be the only way he can actually figure this out, other than, is that Overlord actually close enough to see this? No. Okay, so he has no idea about that natural. Unless he saw the SCV coming down before. Which I wouldn't blame him for not seeing, because, you know, micro.
There we go. Hellion's kind of poking in up the ramp here.
Wants to bait those links forward so we can take them out with the Hellions. We really can't do a lot about them. Well, running straight forward into that is not a good idea, and it might lose one more Hellion. Yep. And I think this campaign is pretty much gonna be shut down the next time some more links come out. Queens obviously can't get down there by themselves for a little bit until the creep really spreads. Ooh, nice. Gonna pick off an Overlord at the front. Two more actually hanging out here.
Behind us.
You know, he could actually lose all of these Overlords that are just hanging about around the front of his base. If that happens, he will get supply blocks. He's already pretty close to it. Oh, just found the other one. And yeah, that can't get away from the Marines, so he's going to try and keep it alive as long as he can.
One Overlord in the production tab. Marines have to run around the clip.
One thing that this is doing, which is good for Anticitizen, is that it's actually giving him a lot of information about what's coming out. Unfortunately, with the 3 Hellions there and all he can make is Lings, there's just not much he can really do about it. He's got a Roach Horn now, but he doesn't really have the money to make many Roaches out of it. And he got supply blocks, so he had to build a bunch of Overlords. So this is... Oh, here comes another attack. Queen's a little bit too far forward here, so we'll fall back to the Spine Crawler.
Picking off some of these creep tumors. Wasted energy on the Queens.
And Viper has this base up now, so he's got basically an extra mule that he can keep calling down. It's going to give him a lot of minerals, which he's actually not spending so great. So I think the advantage he's pulling in here, he's actually not really utilizing that much. But it is there. Where do you think this is going to go?
I don't know. I mean, once the Roaches are out for anti, I think the heavy Hellion force is going to be taken down. But these are a lot of Marines here. And Roaches fire a lot slower than Marines do, especially in large numbers.
Yeah, I think you'd have to get something like... Oh, well, yeah. It's not going to matter. If the fight starts now, the Roaches will definitely lose.
There's definitely not enough here to hold off this push.
Yep,
And GG.
Nice game.